Hi there, guys, and welcome to another installment of my SketchUp workshop. In this installment, we are going to continue working on the Age of Empires Frank Barracks. So, last time we made the base of the barracks and we made the upper structure. Let's call it like that. So, I have made some improvements to it, and while looking at the upper structure, I noticed that the colors aren't completely great. So we're going to just quickly try to adjust them. So we're going to make a little custom texture, nothing major, believe me, and we're going to try to implement that texture all across the, let's say, upper section of the structure. So let's get it going, and here we go. First, we need a fine texture, and this will be it. I really liked it. It's very bright, so we're going to make it into a unique texture, and let's apply it. So I will not go through all of these because that's just too tedious, and I don't want to. I just want to redo the upper part. So let's try to get this thing going by pasting the texture here. So, and maybe adjusting its size a little bit to get more details in. But beyond that, nothing else. Okay, great. So that's going to happen in the other parts as well. And I'm going to also adjust these beams just for good measure. Let's see. So just draw a line here. The moment the window closes, you probably know that the line is all fine. So good job. Reversing faces can sometimes help you with future rendering. Let's remove this and let's put this in here instead, which is what we're going to do with the next two. So let's just remove these buggers and out with the old, in with the new. A bit complicated, I know, but it has to be done. There we go. Now everything is perfectly aligned. It's matching, and we are ready to work on the lower part of the barracks. So also this part we're going to raise it up to here. So just to make sure that we get a good look at the lower part. So let's get this started by moving down a little line here. Hop. And let's move this part for now. Now with this open, we can take a look at the insides of our fine barracks. So as you can see, right now, the barracks is pretty dull, especially without the upper section. So let's connect these. Okay, and I'm going to be a little more Reese here and just push this to the side. Okay, very good. Now we're going to use this texture, which I just sampled, and put it here. Adjust it a little bit. This also looks good. So then we're gonna keep this. Now we're going to sample a beam. Remember, keeping it organized is great. Reusing things is great. SketchUp will work faster that way, and the building and architecture, if you plan to do more than one building, they will benefit from that because there will be uniformity, but too much uniformity is boring, as I have found. So keeping it exciting, but also not too diverse is key when creating buildings for Age of Empires. So variety, yes, but buildings that look like they have no connection to one another, no. Okay, so let's cut out this part, and there we go. The lower structure is nearly finished. What we need to do is we need to get a floor going on here. So let's pop it up here. So this is a little bit of a flat face, which is going to be above the surface, so it's not touching the grid. And let's see here. This wood fence. Now, I use this texture quite a lot for my other models. It's just really nice and bright, and it fits Age of Empires, the color scheme, quite well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change its color a little bit for this particular building. So it's going to be a bit darker. Now, once we do that, we're going to copy this floor, turn it into a group, and apply the floor right here. So, while we are doing this, we're also going to take care of the upper floor by giving it a nice fitting texture. So, this will be quite important for later editions, especially when we start fiddling with the lighting. Until then, nothing of import will happen. So nothing important will occur. Okay, so this is all cool. So we're going to save this as a base. So all of this is the same. And now we're adding this to our previous model. Ta-da! So already looks much better. Now we can start scaling it up a little bit and increasing its size. So always increase the size relatively to what's going on. And now, as we have seen this, we are going to change the shape of the door a little bit to make it a teeny tiny bit smaller. Okay. So let's hop into it. Okay, thank you very much, SketchUp, for assuming I need all of that, which I do not, but thank you for your kindness, consideration, and so on and so forth. Okay, and we're just going to use a, well, fine texture we can find here. So, let's see. Perfect. So, also, it's good to stick to textures which are related. So here we go. These related textures we shall stick to this point where we shall copy them over here and over here. So even though it can't be seen right away, these little details add a lot. There we go. So the walls are finished and the barracks is pretty much fine. Now let's remember to always scale it in accordance to other buildings. We don't want super tall barracks everywhere. And there we go. So we have added the lower structure, we have refurbished the upper structure, and in our next episode we shall take a look at this, let's say, at these crenellations at the top of the wall, which aren't really getting, or which haven't got any love. So we're going to take care of that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that these pointers in let's say texture arrangement and reusing textures helped you. Remember, everything will go faster if you use the same texture. So this is really cool, and I hope you like the current style of the building. Remember, Age of Empires needs exaggerated features, larger windows, bigger doors, let's say clearer, crisper details. For once you put it in the game, the building will look a bit blurry, and if you do not have that extra sharpness and extra detail, you will lose all your hard work to some sort of arbitrary random coloring scheme. So don't try to do that. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. So please don't forget to comment and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them below. Thank you.